Never retire. While our mind's perception of retirement are pictures of sunny Florida beaches, white hats, boats, glasses of wine, svelte aged wives, and Viagra commercials, the reality of retirement is much different. Retirement is death. At first you may laugh, finding the claim a bit radical, but it becomes very somber when you look at depression and suicide rates post-retirement. Initially after retirement, most people enjoy a bump in their mental and physical health, finally freed from work, ne'er to punch a time clock again. But after an initial honeymoon period, the reality of retirement sets in, and you soon realize you've served your purpose in life, and the world no longer needs you. You are literally just killing time. This triggers an existential crisis which is only worsened by several other factors. 1. Your entire brain was conditioned and programmed for 50 years to work. And though consciously you may have detested work, it was a reliable and constant variable in your life that you unconsciously grew accustomed and ultimately addicted to. The bus route you drove every day, the Monday morning ribbing you'd give your coworkers, the shop talk you'd have in the break room. That regular routine played a large role in your life by the simple fact it consumed such a large percentage of it. That large part of your life is now gone. 2. The human brain is not genetically programmed to retire. The vast majority of humans simply worked until they died. And while that may sound tragic, it's what 2 million years of evolution has programmed us to do. In other words, retirement is not natural and will not feel natural to most people. At best, this will cause some mental discomfort. At worst, it will add to your depression. Closely related, 3. Most people derive some kind of life purpose, reason, and agency through their work. Ask a person to tell them about themselves, and they'll likely lead off with what their profession is. But now, with that profession gone, precisely who are you, and what value do you bring to this world? Again, you could have very well worked up millions of dollars worth of value for society, more than earning your right to retire, but your hindbrain does not care. For most people, if they're not producing something or doing something, life quickly loses meaning and purpose. Finally, novelty. No matter how many boats you sail, Chardonnays you drink, beaches you bum on, all with an amazingly svelte 63-year-old Anne Margaret-esque wife, it will get boring. This is a simple though unfortunate law of economics. Everything inevitably loses its value, including retirement. Soon you'll be sick of fishing every morning, even though that was your retirement dream. You'll be sick of having your morning espresso with the ladies' bridge club, even though you looked forward to it on weekends back home. And even that perfect view of those pristine white beaches you paid $3.5 million to buy that condo on will lose its appeal. In short, retirement is not a final solution or answer to any of life's problems, but a mere stage in life that presents its own problem, namely, what do you do now? And sadly, there is no answer or solution to that problem. Alas, it is no shock that after retirement your chances for being diagnosed with depression increases by 40%. Worse, your chances for being diagnosed with a medical condition increases by 60% compared to a non-retired peer group. And even worse than that, if you're male, suicide rate triples after age 65, though it is duly noted many men opt for suicide if diagnosed with a terminally ill disease. Retirement is not going to be the problem-free utopian life pictured in Viagra commercials. It is going to be a huge mental and philosophical challenge we will all get to face as we stare down the barrel of our own mortality and reason for being. But there is a solution that solves nearly all these problems, not to mention drastically improves our retirement finances. Don't retire. This doesn't mean keep working the job you hate and couldn't wait to retire from for the past 40 years, but it does mean to find some job, any job that gives you point and purpose in life, a reason to get up in the morning, people to interact with, and a little bit of money on the side. If you've adequately saved for retirement, pay won't be an issue, allowing you to work more enjoyable jobs. You also won't have to tolerate abuse or the slightest bit of lip from coworkers or bosses because you don't need the money. And if you're really smart, you'll have used the past 40 years to set up a profitable entrepreneurial venture you thoroughly enjoy pursuing, as it's your passion. But whatever you do, do not so poorly plan or anticipate your retirement that your best option is to waste your Social Security check and last days in life on slot machines in a casino.